We know how important strong, secure attachments are for the development of future relationships and healthy brain development. It is no surprise that having a parent or primary caregiver who is emotionally unavailable or unable to support the child, especially in coping with life stressors, is not good for children's growing brains. The negative effect on brain development is even greater when parents are not only struggling to shield their children from a stressful or traumatic situation, but are also, in fact, the very source of that risk or danger to their little ones. Stressful or traumatic situations and events tend to have a ripple effect. Stress spreads out across the household and affects family dynamics, interactions, and routines. Young children are very tuned into their surroundings, including the moods and feelings of those around them. When parents and caregivers are stressed, their children pick up on it and experience stress too. Any shifts in nurturing, comforting routines can further disrupt children's sense of stability, safety, and security, and cause stress. When children experience stress, they are more likely to exhibit challenging behaviors, such as having more meltdowns, becoming clingy, or becoming more aggressive. These stress-related behaviors, in turn, can contribute to parents' or caregivers' distress, potentially making a difficult situation even worse. Children's challenging behaviors can increase our stress, making it harder for us to be as sensitive and responsive to children as we want and need to be. That is why tuning into your own emotional reactions and finding ways to manage your own feelings is so important. This is addressed in depth in the module on behavior in the brain, which deals with challenging behaviors. As parents struggle with their own feelings of stress, they might feel too overwhelmed, out of sorts, or emotionally drained to be responsive to their young children. As young children feel the loss of their secure base to help them manage their feelings and organize their world, they can become confused and dysregulated, that is, out of control emotionally. Over time, this compromised caregiving can damage young children's feelings of trust and security, both in the relationship and the world around them. As mentioned earlier, parents may be so distressed or haunted by traumatic experiences that they can't regulate themselves, let alone help their little ones manage strong feelings. In these situations, children may perceive parents as more of a source of risk or danger than protection. Just as consistent nurturing and tuned-in care can help wire the brain for optimal development, chronic or unrelenting stress can undermine the long-term neurological and physiological health. Now let's take a look at the parts of the brain that are most heavily involved in the regulation of stress. The amygdala is a structure located in the temporal lobe of the forebrain that perceives and evaluates a potentially threatening event or circumstance. Its functioning can be affected by the increase in stress-induced cortisol. The amygdala matures early in life and plays a critical role in the body's learned response to fear. The hippocampus has a unique shape, similar to that of a horseshoe, and is responsible for the storage of long-term memories as well as for the memory of the location of objects or people. We would not be able to remember where we parked our car in the parking lot without the work of the hippocampus. The hippocampus develops gradually during our early years and continues to grow new connections throughout our lives. The hypothalamus is the structure responsible for controlling our body temperature, thirst, hunger, sleep, circadian rhythm, our sleep and wake cycle, moods, and the production of many of the body's essential hormones that help control different cells and organs. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenocortical, or HPA axis, is the central stress response system. It is part of the neuroendocrine system and is another key player in the body's response to stress. The HPA axis is activated when the brain perceives danger. The hormone cortisol is produced to help the body prepare for and respond to stressful conditions.